I never planned on becoming a paranormal investigator. Honestly, if you had asked me a year ago whether I believed in ghosts, I would have laughed it off and changed the subject. I wasn't a skeptic in a loud, obnoxious way, but I believed there was a logical explanation for everything. Fear to me was just the brain misfiring in unfamiliar situations. That belief lasted right up until the night I walked into that house, and walked out different. The email came in at 2:17 a.m. That alone should have been my first warning. I remember because I was half awake, staring at my phone in the dark, when the notification buzzed. The subject line read, "Need help, you were recommended. No name, no company signature. Just that." I almost ignored it. I run a small YouTube channel, nothing big at the time, mostly urban exploration, abandoned places, late-night history stuff, a few videos where I joked about ghosts, but nothing serious. Still, people sometimes reached out, asking me to check out haunted locations. Most were nonsense. This one felt different. The message was short. "My name is Daniel Harper. My family owns a house in rural Pennsylvania. We've been experiencing unexplained activity for months. Local authorities won't help. A friend sent me your channel. If you're willing, we'll cover expenses. Please respond." There was no emotion in the email, no exaggeration, no dramatic language, just facts. That's what hooked me. I called him the next day. Daniel sounded exhausted, not scared, tired, like someone who hadn't slept properly in a long time. He explained that the house had been in his family for generations, built in the late 1800s. Isolated, surrounded by woods on all sides, no nearby neighbors, the kind of place where silence feels heavy. At first, it was small things. Footsteps upstairs when no one was home, doors opening, objects moved just enough to make you doubt your memory. Then it escalated. Cold spots, whispering at night, scratching sounds inside the walls, except there were no animals. They'd checked. The final straw came when his younger sister woke up screaming, convinced someone had been standing over her bed, watching her. That's when Daniel reached out. I told him the truth. I wasn't a professional. I had no official training, just curiosity, cameras, audio recorders, and a healthy respect for fear. He said, "That's more than anyone else has given us." I agreed to go. The drive took 6 hours. The farther I went, the worse the cell signal became. By the time I turned onto the long gravel road leading to the house, my phone showed no service. The trees closed in like walls. When I finally saw the house, my first thought was that it looked tired, not abandoned, not ruined, just old, like it had seen too much and was done pretending otherwise. 2 stories, faded white paint, a wraparound porch that creaked even in the windless air, windows dark, reflective, waiting. Daniel met me outside, tall, mid-30s, dark circles under his eyes. He shook my hand like he needed reassurance that I was real. "You sure you want to do this?" he asked. I smiled. "That's why I'm here." I didn't realize how untrue that was. Inside, the house smelled faintly of dust and old wood. Nothing felt immediately wrong, and somehow that made it worse. Daniel gave me a tour. Living room, dining room, kitchen, everything normal, almost disappointingly so. Then we reached the staircase. He stopped walking. "Most of it happens upstairs," he said. I felt it then. The temperature changed, not dramatically, but enough to notice, like stepping into a shadow. The upstairs hallway was narrow, bedrooms on either side. At the far end, a door stood closed. "That room used to be a storage space," Daniel said. "No one goes in there anymore." "Why?" He hesitated. "Because it doesn't like being disturbed." I laughed nervously. Daniel didn't. I set up my equipment before sunset. 2 static cameras, one in the hallway, one in the living room. Audio recorders in each bedroom. EMF detector, thermometer, night vision camera for handheld recording. Daniel and his sister, Emily, planned to stay downstairs while I investigated alone. That was my idea. If something happened, I wanted it clean, controlled, no interference. As night fell, the house grew quieter, but not calmer. The silence pressed in. At 10 p.m., I started recording. "This is my first official paranormal investigation," I said into the camera. "Location: private residence. Owner reports ongoing unexplained activity." I sounded confident. Inside, my heart was already racing. Midnight came and went. Nothing happened. At 12:36 a.m., the EMF spiked for half a second, then dropped. At 1:02 a.m., I heard something upstairs. Not a bang, not a creak. Footsteps. Slow, deliberate, one at a time. I froze. "Hello?" I called. The footsteps stopped. Then they changed direction, coming toward me. I backed toward the staircase, filming. The footsteps reached the top of the stairs and stopped again. I waited. 30 seconds passed. A minute. Then I heard breathing. Right above me. Not heavy, not aggressive. Curious. I whispered, "Is someone there?" The breathing stopped, and something whispered back. My name. Not shouted, not clear, just close enough to recognize. I ran. I didn't sleep that night. Neither did Daniel or Emily. We reviewed the footage together the next morning. The cameras caught the footsteps, they caught the EMF spike, they caught something else. At 1:07 a.m., the hallway camera recorded a shadow passing by. No source, no body, just a shape that didn't belong. That should have been enough. It wasn't. That night, I went back upstairs. I needed answers. The door at the end of the hall, the storage room, was open. I know it had been closed before. Inside, the air was freezing. There were symbols scratched into the walls. Old, faded, not decorative, protective, or maybe warnings. As I filmed, my recorder picked up a sound. A voice, clear this time. It said, "You shouldn't have come." That was the moment I realized something was wrong. The activity followed me after I left. Whispers at night, dreams that felt too real, footsteps in my apartment. The real twist begins now. Watch part 2, if you're ready for the mystery.